Well, hi there. It's Friday, and this is your weekly Thursday update. I'm Jeff, and you know what? People say that it's not the destination that matters, it's the journey that matters. And the real treasure are the friends we make along the way. You know what I say to that? Hogwash. At least sometimes. I think it's not true all the time. To wit, I took my son a couple weeks ago down to New Mexico to visit a place that he's going to spend his next year as a gap year program, which I'm pretty excited about. But the drive home was beset with all sorts of construction craziness and stopped traffic in the middle of I-25 for like 3 hours. And I thought, you know what? This is a fun journey with my son, but the destination is pretty important right now. And then this week, we took my daughter back to college in Grand Junction, and the drive out was fine, and the journey was beautiful. And then there was a flash flood warning, and so the quick drive home took 10 and a half hours. And I was really thinking a lot about the destination, not just the journey. And sometimes that's the way it works. But just like in life, yes, we have great adventures with people, and we need to have a good attitude during the hardships and the difficult times, and there is purpose in the journey. But today, I want to remind you of the destination, because sometimes it is about the destination. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, it says this, that we know that our tent is our earthly home, and it's kind of like we live in this transient situation with a tent, and he's talking about our bodies. But he says if that tent is destroyed, that's actually okay, because we have a building from God, not a tent, an actual edifice, a building from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. So while we're in this tent, we groan because we'd rather have the permanence, because the destination matters. And I wanted to share with you today what Jesus says in the book of Revelation, chapters 2 and 3. He writes these letters to 7 different churches, and he has John deliver them to these churches. And at the end of each of the 7, he says, if you overcome, there's stuff for you at the destination when you get there. So the overcoming is the journey, but the destination has the promise that we long for, and it gets us through all the difficulties. So I'm going to read to you all 7 rewards to he or she who overcomes that Jesus said will be for us. Here we go. To the one who overcomes, I will grant to eat of the tree of life, which is in the paradise of God. Yum. To the one who overcomes, they will not be hurt by the second death. That seems pretty important. To the one who overcomes, I will give some of the hidden manna. Again, yum. And I will give him a white stone with a new name written on the stone that no one knows except the one who receives it. A whole new name that is just between you and God. How cool is that? And here's another one. To the one who overcomes and who keeps my works until the end, I will give to him the authority over the nations, and he will rule them with a rod of iron. That's pretty cool. We get to be in charge of the nations at our destination. It says, I will also give him the morning star, Jesus promises. I don't know what that means. Isn't Venus the morning star? That'd be cool. Have your own planet. That's just yours. Here's another one. To the one who overcomes will be clothed in white garments. And Jesus says, I will never blot out his or her name from the book of life. I will confess his or her name before my Father and before his angels. That's a pretty cool thing at the destination, that Jesus himself is going to totally go to bat for us. I mean, come on. That's great. Another one. To him who overcomes, I will make him or her a pillar in the temple of my God. Never shall he or she go out of it, and I will write on them the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, the new Jerusalem, which comes down from my God out of heaven, and my own new name. We get to be a pillar in the temple of God. Strength and stability and permanence, and we even get the name of these glorious things given to us. That's going to be awesome. And then this last one, to the one who overcomes, I will grant them to sit with me on my throne, as I also conquered and sat down with my Father on his throne. Destination matters. Where we're heading is important, and sometimes that is what keeps us on the road even through the hardships, is because we know at the end there's going to be something great. And I want to remind you that there's a lot of stuff that's great for those who follow Jesus and trust him with the challenges that they face today, including whatever you're facing today. What are we facing as a church? What's coming up this Sunday? This Sunday it's going to be continuing in our series in Luke. Youth ministry is going to happen at 8:30. During that hour, after the second service, there's going to be pizza with the pastors where you can get to know us. And I heard it on pretty good authority that Gino will also be with us for that Pizza with the Pastors, even though he doesn't officially start September 1st. But how awesome is it that we are finally back to full staff effective September 1st? Thank you, everybody, for your support of John and Jackie coming out, and now Gino and Annette coming out. It's a great thing to have everybody here. So this Sunday, come meet us afterwards. If you're new, that'll be a cool thing, and you can find out more about us and our history and what we are like and our hobbies and the things that we don't like. Also, the following Sunday, the 29th, is our collective service with Grace Latino, and we're going to be doing stuff in 2 different languages, but also baptisms. That's when we do our baptisms, and they're always awesome. So if you would like to be baptized, let us know, office@gracelongmont.org. Until next time, I'm Jeff, and you're awesome, and God is God, and the destination is important.